What's up, guys? Zeenigami here. Let's go through the 60s stamina Neo Hancock on the Japanese version One Piece Treasure Cruise. Neo Hancock Slasher, Free Spirit, and then Cerebral. The Slasher one is an absolute killer. Good luck if you're fighting the Slasher one. Basically, have a limited rare recruit Tashigi friend or a limited rare recruit Tashigi of your own, and then have a really, really good team on top of that. We did manage to find a free-to-play team thanks to Blazing Gamer, but it is incredibly sloppy. The Free Spirit one, which we're going to go over first, is so much easier. So much easier to do the Free Spirit one. And you can use any ship here. I am using Anniversary ship. It's no better, actually. It's worse than most other ships. But you can use any ship here to as your ship. We are using a Law friend captain, and the reason we're using Law is so that way after revive we can have two different ways of killing her. Hancock, just like her original raid boss version, will revive upon dying, and in order to kill her revive, we're either going to be using Ambush Garp or we're going to be using Law and Frankie. You can replace Frankie with basically any other Free Spirit character that deals damage. So you can use like 5+ Chopper, who is Psy, and that's really nice. You can just anyone who deals damage here. You can use Raid Boss Sabo, anyone who's Psy and deals damage from special ability. It doesn't have to go through barriers because Law Special is going to let us go through barriers. You can get really unlucky on any of these three versions on the stage 1 fight if both of these girls on 1 turn attack and the turtles really like hitting you. So if you do get unlucky with those turns, just good luck trying to heal up as much as you can. Get those recovery orbs. Remember that the turtles have 6 hit points each, so you can take a heal and still leave them at 1 hit point if you hit with 4 hit combo characters. We're going to be paying very close attention to the orbs that we get, because remember the girls on stage 2, if they survive, are going to despair your friend captain for 10 turns, no matter which version you're fighting, and even if you delay them. So even if you delay the girls on stage 2, they're going to despair friend for 10 turns, which is not good. We don't want that at all. Now, one thing about using Law here that is actually really bad. Oh, we got badly matching on my blue character and all green. Now, one thing about using Law that's actually really bad is that if you have a limit broken friend Law, it can make stage 3 a little difficult. Because here on stage 3, we don't quite have the combo hit barrier to get through this girl, unless she, if your Law will pierce through barriers. So that piercing can be a double-edged blade. I think I'm gonna end up taking a hit here from this one. We should be able to kill one. Yeah, we'll take a hit here. That's fine. Our health isn't too critical on this fight. We do want to keep it as topped off as possible. But it is not the most crucial thing in the world. Remember that Hancock will deal, I believe, 5,000 damage upon reviving. So as long as you can keep your health value above that, we'll be okay. If you have a team that can't break through this 26 hit barrier, you can stall it out if you have enough recovery. Now you will have strength and int or rate up, which can make that difficult. And after you take a hit, depending on how limit broken your Law is, you should be able to do a bit of damage through. Even if you hit your perfects, you're not gonna kill her, so, or even with a red orb, you're not gonna quite kill her, so you can do a bit of damage there. I don't think I'm getting through. Yeah, I'm not getting through with that hit. That means I'm gonna take another hit. Whoopsie daisies. You can also use Law Special on turn 1 of this fight. Take another hit. Woo! I didn't like health anyways. Don't forget that Free Spirit characters really like having pinch healing, so depending on what your team makeup is, if you have limit break characters, you might be able to get some pinch healing out of them. Yeah, let's see if I can get another recovery orb. And not kill her at the same time. No recovery orbs? Okay. Stage 4 is your standard Stage 4 this time around. Remember, this penguin, if it survives, is going to boost defense of everybody. It did not get the best orbs here. That should be okay. And we're good. So Hancock on the Free Spirit version is going to have just about 3 million hit points. She's going to preemptively shuffle our orbs. Oh, hey, look. All 10 orbs. She's also gained heal per turn, 300,000 heal per turn. She has 3,440,000 hit points, so not much over that. We're going to make sure we use our Gear 4 first, or Gear 4 before Ace. Oh yeah, he gets percent damage. The penguin gets percent damage reduction, that's right. So Gear 4 before Ace. Ace gives us fully matching orbs. And we're going to use Hancock. We can use Frankie before or after Revive. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to use Frankie after Revive. Even though we have Chain Lock from Hancock, we still want to attack in the correct order because Law's Captain ability increases damage over time or as we hit perfects. Hancock, if you use any orb boosters, she's going to clear your buff, so don't use orb boosters against Free Spirit Hancock. And the rest of the stuff, Hancock is very similar to original Hancock. Below 50%, she gains percent damage reduction, or 50% damage reduction. Below 20%, she basically kills you. So Hancock on both this and the Cerebral version actually doesn't clear all buffs whenever you use an orb booster, only clears the orb boost. So if you use a combination orb booster, for example, if you use on the Cerebral version, if you use Inuarashi Coliseum, who boosts attack and orbs, she only gets rid of the orb boost portion of it. So you can use a character who does multiple things, not just the orb boost, and you can keep the other portion of it. And so after Revive, she will deal. Oh, she's actually only going to cut our health in half, and this is why we're bringing Frankie and Law. Because if your Garp gets binded, then you're going to need a backup. Now, just like regular Hancock, you can reset this bind by exiting out of the game before your turn starts. But that is very annoying and very finicky. So we're going to use the Law to pierce this through barrier. It's going to leave her with a tiny sliver of health, so any special that deals damage here is going to work. And if you want to, you can even replace Garp with another character who deals damage. So you can use Frankie and Frankie, Chopper, anything else. And I guess if you use Frankie before Revive, you don't even need to use the Garp at all. That's one down. I'll see you guys on Cerebral. On the Cerebral version of Hancock, Cerebral version of Hancock is going to paralyze you for 7 turns on revive. So the teams you want to use are either with version 2 Shanks for free to play. Also, you can use Hawkins. If you have the strength Hawkins, you can use him as a friend captain or as a sub to fully get rid of the paralysis. But he's the only character that gets rid of 7 turns of paralysis, or only Cerebral character gets rid of 7 turns. There's also a Dex Cerebral limited rare recruit Shirahoshi, Dex Shirahoshi, who gets rid of 5 turns of paralysis, which if you have some cellular abilities that reduce your paralysis, or use Legend Robin to tank some turns after revive, you can use that to survive a few turns until the paralysis is gone and then burst and kill her again after the revive. But we're going to be using a Chain Locker. Pudding's going to be our Chain Locker. Then we're going to kill after that Chain Lock. Stage 2 still is exactly the same. Stage 3 is going to be a little different this time around. Stage 3 is going to hit us harder. They're going to hit for 14,000 damage. And Stage 3 is also going to have... is going to preemptively despair both our captains and bind both our captains for 5 turns, which is what we have the Robin for, to get rid of that bind and despair and also reduce our cooldowns. Stage 3 is also going to limit us to 2 specials per turn. So we're going to be using both of our captain specials on the first turn to burst down Hancock, and then using Inuarashi and Pudding on the revive. Makino can be replaced with basically anyone. We're going to be using her to get through either Stage 3 or Stage 4 if you get really badly matching orbs at any point. With the Zeenigami ship, this will give us fully matching orbs, because it gives the middle row recovery will count as matching. There's our despair, using that Robin, perfect timing. Gets us that matching int orb, thanks again to Shanks. And anytime, whenever you're gonna get in trouble, pop that Makino, give us some better orbs. We can take you guys down, right? We don't need that orb matching. Don't forget, Zeenigami ship actually makes it a little too easy to hit perfect sometimes. I don't think I'll kill her this turn. Not quite. Makino would have let us kill it. It's alright, a little bit of damage reduction. We'll heal up a bit, get us some better orbs for next turn. Next turn is our standard Stage 4, nothing too special about it. We actually don't really need any more health. We're good on health now. The Cerebral version of Hancock doesn't deal any damage to you, either as a preemptive or on revive, so you don't have to worry about your health. If you get badly matching orbs, you can use Makino here. Otherwise, take everyone out. Remember that the penguin will get % damage reduction. Easy peasy. So, Hancock has 3.5 million hit points, attacks for 10,000 damage. She'll boost her attack, she will prevent debuffs, and she will also shuffle your orbs. But hey, Shanks gives us fully matching orbs. We still have limit 2 specials per turn. Pedro will cut our health down to nothing, but more importantly, give us the affinity boost. So we have chain boost, type boost, affinity boost, no orb boost, because remember, on anything except for the slasher version, she will get rid of your orb boost. And then now just attack her. You got more than enough damage, and on your cerebral characters, or your int characters, we have all cerebral characters. You'll do way more damage than necessary. Upon reviving, she's gonna give you a bunch of, she's gonna keep your recovery orbs, change other orbs into block orbs. So tandem recovery stays, matching orbs become block orbs, any other orbs become tandem orbs, but hey, it doesn't matter because you're gonna make block orbs into matching. And we're going to get the orb boost and type boost on Inuarashi. She's gonna clear the orb boost If your Inuarashi isn't leveled up enough, you can always try attacking with someone else first. You don't need any of these attacks to trigger, though. As soon as you get one attack to trigger, go to the next characters. You're good to go. Done! I'm going to... The slasher version is way, way hard. I will be doing a voiceover for that one, so check that out later. But I'm not doing the slasher one again, especially not free to play. I've been Zeenigami. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay beautiful. And the slasher version of Neo Hancock basically requires that you use PSY Neo Tashigi, or PSY Tashigi, not Neo Tashigi. PSY Tashigi, because her special ability perfectly counters this fight, because Bandai, of course, are very nice people and would never make a fight that basically requires you to use a single character. Make sure you hit your perfect so that way you don't take additional damage like I am right here. That's a bad plan. Zoro Sanji is only going to ever benefit from one of your two captains, either Inuarashi or Tashigi. Now, this team will be better if you use Zoro Sanji as a captain and Inuarashi as a sub, but the problem is that if Hancock binds your Inuarashi after revive, then you will just lose. So you're going to have to RNG your way through the victory if you have Zoro Sanji as your captain. But if you use Zoro Sanji captain, you're going to have an easier time of the fight. So that is one option up to you. Use Zoro Sanji as a captain, get better damage, but you're going to have to either reset or hope you get lucky after revive, or use Inuarashi captain, a little less damage, but you're going to guarantee a kill as long as you actually get to the part where she revives. And getting to the part where she revives, or even getting to Hancock without dying, is going to be the hardest thing about the slasher version, because the slasher version is going to require a ton of health, or recovery orbs, or healing, or all of the above, because it's very, very mean. So we're going to be stalling as long as we can here. Lightning Magai is very important to have ready on stage 3, because Lightning Magai on stage 3 is going to delay that stage for us. Stage 3 is going to preemptively paralyze all of our characters for 3 turns, and they're also going to boost their defense to a absolute monster truckload for 3 turns. So you're basically doing no damage to them for 3 turns. Even using a special, you're only going to be able to kill like maybe 1 or 2 of them. So it's best to be able to remove the paralysis and remove the defense up, or delay them like Lightning Magai. Now, speaking of removing that defense and paralysis, Psy Ors is a very, very good character to have, but he is a rare recruit character. If you have Psy Ors, bringing him basically completely takes care of this stage. It's not like Bandai makes fights with like a single character in mind. If you don't have them, you're going to have a terrible time. They would never do something like that. But Psy Ors, very, very good. Basically makes this stage an absolute cakewalk. You can also use Blue Diamante. Blue Diamante will get rid of the defense and also delay them. So Lightning Magai, but also allows you to a little bit of damage while you're while you're paralyzed. So take advantage of those paralysis turns. Look for recovery orbs if you need them. Look for matching orbs. I am going to be using Diamante next stage. I actually recommend not using Diamante and just taking a hit, because we're going to be barely killing them anyways. Just use your Zoro Sanji, get your chain increase, kill the 3 girls in the back, take a hit from the girl in the front, and then you're going to be looking for more recovery orbs to heal up as much as we can. Because on stage 4, it's actually only going to be 1 character on stage 4, either going to be a seahorse or a penguin. It is going to preemptively increase your damage taken for 5 turns. And then we're going to be using Tashigi to get rid of that damage increase. And that is going to be a double damage increase, which is very, very important, because Hancock is going to preemptively cut our health by 25% and then also do 15,000 damage, which is increased by that double damage. So if you are not using Tashigi, you're going to be taking a 25% health cut and then also taking 30,000 damage. Now, I do believe that is not a... No, it's actually not a 25% health cut. It's actually should be about 6,000 damage just as a preemptive, not a health cut. So it's 6,000 damage preemptive. GameWith has this slightly wrong. And then another 15,000 damage attack, which is doubled. The 15,000 damage is doubled. The 6,000 damage is always 6,000 damage by the stage 4 preemptive right here. So going into the next stage, we are going to not really care too much about what Zoro Sanji is, because we're going to be waiting her out here, because we have to get her down to around 50% health before we burst. Now, if you have Diamante ready, you can use your first turn, use Diamante and Sanji to get her to about 50% health, and then after that, on the next turn, use Cavendish to burst her down. So first turn, burst with Diamante Sanji. You can also use Lightning Magai when he's ready to buy you a little more time if you need to. And then burst with Cavendish after that. Lightning Magai is not ready now. We're going to be able to use him to delay her next turn, or if you take an additional hit on a stage 3 girl, then you can use Lightning Magai right now and burst her on the third turn, because she does not clear buffs on this first turn. If you use Lightning Magai, you will get this full 2 turns of just attacking her, and you won't need to use either Zoro or Diamante specials to get her to around 50% if you get lucky with orbs and use Zoro to shuffle enough. So we are going to be using a lot of orb manipulation next turn, because we're going to need to have a matching orb on Cavendish and Diamante in order to finish her off. We're also going to need to have over 11,000 hit points, because Hancock, whenever she dies, is going to revive and then do 11,300 damage to us, because the damage earlier was just not enough. So we're going to take another 11,000 damage, which if you are using a team without Tashigi and you still have the double damage debuff up, is going to be 22,600 damage. Seems incredibly fair, doesn't it? So here, since I didn't use Zoro Sanji earlier, I will be using him just so that way he becomes a size slasher to get benefits from both captains. Although it really doesn't matter too much. The bulk of our damage is going to be coming from our Diamante and our Cavendish, which we have reset until we got Psi Orbs on the 2 of them. Hit all your perfects and you'll be able to take her down with about 3.5 million damage. Now, she does have a total of 5.5 million hit points, which is why we need to burst her over 2 turns, getting to her about 50% health. Don't get her below 50% health, because below 50% she is going to get a 50% damage reduction for 2 turns, which is very, very, very bad when she's doing so much damage. Now here's the 11,000 damage after a revive. She'll bind 1 random character, which is why we have Inuarashi as our captain. Swap your Zoro Sanji if they're still alive, just to get that chain increase, and shuffle your orbs. If they're binded, that's totally fine. Using Inuarashi captain guarantees you the matching orb on him, boosts his attack, boosts his orbs, and you'll be able to finish off Hancock after that revive. Very, very, very mean fight to do. Technically able to do free to play, although I don't recommend it. I highly recommend just farming the free spirit version and then the Cerebral version if you have a decent team for that. But a free spirit is just so much easier. Do the slashers only if you've got the gumption and the Tashigi or the Tashigi friends to do so. I've been Zeenigami, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and y'all stay beautiful.